But you know, when you were doing your due diligence on CFX as a business, obviously you've got the resource to do that. You know, you've been speaking with Waskar, etc., who has very similar values to yourself. So obviously there was an empathy and an alignment there. But can you elaborate a little bit on the sort of you know, what you felt and how you felt and discovered the due diligence that you did?
So the first thing everybody does, and that includes me, you go online, and I Googled it, and there was, you know, a load of stuff about CFX and the fraud alerts and this and that and the other. But then you got to take a step back and you got to analyze who is saying those things, right? And then you look at the posts, and there were people saying, you know, it's a scam, it's this, a Ponzi scheme, and it's a pyramid scheme. And well, surprise, surprise, every organization on the planet is a pyramid, including my own. I sit at the top. I've got a board of directors, a management team, HOD, sales guys, sales reps, consultants. So every organization, including royal family, even our British Army, is a pyramid. So that's not an issue. For me, it was all about, you know, the question I asked myself was, is it a Ponzi scheme? And how do I make sure it's not a Ponzi scheme? Because I read the reviews of it's a Ponzi scheme. You know, you don't make money out of Ponzi schemes and yada, yada, yada. So, you know, I looked at the reviews. I gave it internally to my guys to have a look at internally. And then I made a decision to speak to somebody in Panama who's probably one of the richest families in Panama. And I said to Nico, you know, would you mind going to the offices for me and take some pictures and everything? And he went to the RBS Tower in the 9th floor. He met people there. He said, look, just to let you know, they're rebuilding the offices, which is true because no one told me that. I told Waskar that, and then obviously he confirmed it. And he said, look, there are people there hanging about. They're doing refurbishment of the office space, which again is in line with what Waskar's always said. And I then said, fine, thank you very much. We looked at the back end of the system, the CRM system. It looks fine. I don't know how. And here's something really interesting. When I came on this TV, about to say program, about this interview today, I got a lot of criticism to be on this interview. And I must have emailed pretty much every single person. And I spoke to one person who was a very decent guy. Every else that I emailed and that emailed me was, you know, Gmail, Hotmail, Yahoo. And my PA said, listen, tell you what, why don't you talk to Mr. Dhinsa? Oh, no, we don't want to talk to him. We just think it's a scam. That's fine. Why don't you talk to him? And better still, why don't you show me the evidence that you think is a Ponzi scheme? Because obviously, if you say it's a Ponzi scheme, show me. If it is something wrong, I would like to know. Forget about everybody else. Because for me, reputation is very important, as it is for you guys too. But here's the thing, they were talking a great game, Brian, that it is a Ponzi scheme, it is this, it is that. But when I asked for a very simple request, my PA said, listen, thanks for your email, give us a phone number and give us the evidence. Guess what happened? Nothing. Nothing happened. So that for me was enough. The system for me, and again, my disclaimer is, once again, I don't own the business, I'm not a director, I'm not a shareholder, I'm like you guys out there. The system works. The academy system works. What happens in the future, like any business, even my own, I don't know. But today, as I am going to enroll 1 million people around the world in my mentoring program, we are going to be partnering up with CFX.
Yeah. Absolutely. And I mean, you know, I think a lot of people don't understand the network marketing industry. And as you rightly said, your own company included, every single structure in every sector is a pyramid. The big difference with our pyramid is it's an inverted pyramid that allows everybody to go to the top. It doesn't matter who you are, where you come from. If you're motivated like you are, anybody can succeed, and they can succeed above the person who introduced them. And that's one of the things that I love about the industry.
Absolutely.
And the leverage that you can create. So, you know, this obviously ties in nicely with your mentoring program. I think the philanthropy that and the work that you're doing there is going to be phenomenal. It'll have a massive impact on many, many more people, teaching them to fish and letting them be self-sufficient and partnering with CFX to do that. I think is going to be fantastic. So, what encouragement would you give? Just finally, billionaire mindset. That's something that most people don't have. They might try and get a billionaire mindset, but what is it that you would what encouragement would you give somebody starting CFX today? Because it's not easy out there, and especially with the current economic and social conditions, people are depressed, mental issues, and I think this is a great way, because the community that we have here, even the online meetings, some of the trainings, meetings, we're getting maybe a couple of hundred people, and more people are saying it's great to be part of something. People like to be part of something. They don't like it's not nice being on your own.
Absolutely.
So what would your advice be to make that journey work and be successful?
I think it's all about planning and preparation and purpose. So set yourself a goal, set how much money you want to earn on a monthly basis, 5, 10, 20, 30, 50 grand a month, whatever it is, and work backwards. So I've always, again, done that in my companies. I think go on to feed your mind, learn from your peers, team up, and quite rightly, Brian, in this current climate, there's a lot of loneliness, there's a lot of heartache, people are losing their jobs, but team up with somebody that is better than you, and that's what I've done. Hence why I talked to you, I talked to Bhaskar, I talked to Richard, and etc. And I think just don't stop, just beast it. I have a 90-day mentality, which is for 90 days, just beast it. Don't sleep, don't eat, don't do anything, don't have a shower, just beast it for 90 days. And it's a simple, you'll be a smelly bugger, but that's fine. But you'll be a rich smelly bugger. And I've always said there's no such thing as a rich ugly man, right? But I think but I think if you have the goal, the purpose, and the why you're doing what you're doing, then you will always be successful, whether it's MLM or running your own corner shop or your business empire. It's just, you've got to be goal driven, and you've got to have that purpose, the outcome. Focus on the outcome, not the process. That's really important, because the process will take care of itself. It's the outcome people worry about. So I look at it a bit like, going from London to Manchester. You take a road, an M1 or the M40, but you might take a U-turn, end up in Derby somewhere, i.e. you have a bad day. But guess what? Focus on the goal. This bit here will take care of itself, and you will get criticized. You will get all the no's. But do you know what? The only way you learn as a human being is that through your failures. And it's really good to fail. It's really good to get the knockbacks. But because why? We're not here forever. I mean, you can either stack shelves, which is fine. I have no issue with that. But I didn't want to stack shelves. I don't want to read the headline. I want to be the headline. And with the team around CFX, honestly, and again, I don't own it. All I'm telling the guys that are listening is, for me, it works. Do your own due diligence. Hang around people that are better than you. Get mentored. Look at our mentoring program, and just don't give up, because we're not here forever. We are all gonna go. And what's there to lose? There's nothing wrong. I can't see anything that's wrong with it, other than it's different. It's different to what other people are saying. And then when there's something different, Brian, people get a bit nervous. But trust me, jump. It'll be fine.
And I mean, that's it, because if it's outside the norm, it's this caution. I mean, for me, one of the biggest lessons, and I think it is a privilege here, having the opportunity to do this call and interview with you. To me, the biggest lesson, the fact that we're sitting here doing this today, most people would never even dream of talking to a billionaire about a network marketing business, because let me tell you, it's the most noble profession in the world. And there's more millionaires created through network marketing than any other business on the planet, and including the music industry, Hollywood, NFL combined. And people don't realize that. And I think one of this business is definitely disrupting the industry because of the model we have and the whole ethos of Wasker's business model. But the big lesson for me, again, talk to everybody. Nobody deserves the right to make someone else's decision, Jojar.
Absolutely.
And you're the epitome of that to the example you're giving us,
Absolutely. When I spoke to Bhaskar, I had this sort of preconceived idea of what a MLM guy would look like. And totally opened my eyes. Totally, he has the same goal and vision, and wants to help people as much as he can. There's a lot of resistance out there potentially, but just jump out the plane and we'll help you build the parachute before you land. It's fine. You might have a little broken arm or a twisted finger, but it's fine. But it's fine. You will learn from it, and the main thing is learn, earn, and then return, which is what I'm doing now.
Yeah, earn as you learn, which is fantastic. Well, listen, Jojar, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you.
I think really appreciate you taking the time out, and I'm sure everybody
Thank you for everybody listening. Yeah, thank you so much.
We'll enjoy this, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'm sure you'll be doing some work later anyway.
Absolutely, 100%.
Hey, thanks for that, and thank you everyone for joining us this afternoon. Maybe Richard, you'd like to sum up and finish the call?
Yeah, wow, thanks guys, and thanks Jojar. What a brilliant interview. I was going to say something at the end of this, but I can't think of anything. I think everything's been said. So, fantastic call. Really appreciate you coming on the call. I know it's going to mean a lot to a lot of people. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Have a great weekend, and looking forward to a fantastic new week. All right, guys, take care. Bye.
Bye then.
Everybody. Bye, George.